Are you a spiritual person? You're going to want to watch this video to find out the best diet for you. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name's Fola, and here on Deep Mind Squared, we talk all things magical practices and altered states. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about, I think, an important topic, that about eating and our nutrition, our diet, when it comes to spirituality. There are so many different schools of thought about nutrition and what exactly is the best way to align oneself with the divine. And I'm here to tell you that I think that's all BS. Now, of course, there is something about eating healthy, and ultimately what I think it comes down to is eating what your body is calling you to eat from an intuitive place. Having explored so many different types of eating plans and methods around like spiritual practices and also from like the more physical bodybuilding space, I want to tell you that really it's about what works best for you and trusting that your body is constantly going through a wave of change, especially for women. So the invitation here, if you're new, I just want to invite you to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments what led you to the channel. And obviously for everyone, just thank you so much for being here. And also let me know, what type of diet do you find to be the most conducive to connecting to the divine, supporting you on your spiritual path? Now, thinking back to all the different times that I have, tried a plant-based or a raw diet or whatever the case might be to support myself, I think about how just like the cycles of the moon play out, I kind of ebb and flow within these spaces. Now, I explored vegetarianism back in high school, and I did find it at the time to be really supportive for me. Primarily, my reasoning at that time was because I wanted to help all the animals and make sure I was doing my part that way. Now, as I've kind of grown up and learning different things about my ancestry and what my ancestors would eat, there's something there I feel for me to remember that, okay, my ancestors were not vegetarians. They very much ate a meat-based diet. And so how can I connect to eating meat products and letting go of any type of karmic sort of wounding there? And this is where I think intuitive eating can be really supportive. Listening to one's body. Just because you eat a vegetarian diet or you only eat meat like a carnivore diet doesn't mean that you are on some pedestal. It's what works best for you. So if you are part of spiritual communities and there is a rhetoric of having to eat a certain way or show up a certain way, then I want to just invite you to really consider what it is that's drawing you to the group. And are you willing to listen to yourself? I think this is a huge part. And it's funny because I've been a part of a few different, I would say conscious communities, and some are solely set on, a plant-based diet and really preach and think of themselves very highly because of that. And there are some who used to do that and have completely switched to, the more just organic-based, eating things in balance and all that. And again, no right or wrong. It's just really recognizing where do you sit, what feels right for you, and trusting that, as you go on with your life, what you need now might significantly change down the road. I know there's lots of different religious groups and different dogmatic sort of views about what one needs to eat, especially when we think about that karmic pattern of, okay, what we put out energy-wise, if we're causing harm to animals now, what does that look like in the future? That's something I think you're going to have to sit with and figure out your own truth around it. There are ways to still be conscious and, have gratitude for the animal products or whatever it is that we are taking part in, and to do so in an ethical way. So ultimately, I just want to share with you that wherever you might be on your path, to listen to your body, to trust what's showing up for you, to be willing to explore different things. You know, I've talked to vegetarians who've done it for years and then had to switch because of medical concerns, or they just started to feel like there was something, you know, leading them towards having a big, fat, juicy burger. And then there's people on the other spectrum that have completely changed to just like raw food, wanting to go back to the earth to provide their own connection and grow their own food. And that really lights them up. So what lights you up? What adds value to your body, to your mind, and ultimately to your soul? And how is it that it's supporting you with connecting? Great ways to connect to spirit through food is to leave offerings for the ancestors, to communicate, and, you know, just like a bowl of fruit on an altar, whatever it might be. This can be really, really great for us to build a healthy relationship again with food. Because let's be honest, for a lot of us, this isn't the case. When we see like fad diet here and do this and do that, or don't do this, there's so much out there that can lead to a lot of confusion. So, you know, if you want to have a cup of coffee and it feels like it adds to your morning ritual or whatever it is, then do that. If you want to be caffeine free, then do that. This is that like reminder that you get to choose whatever your truth is. And that's ultimately what we are about here on this channel. So that's really all I had to say today. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments where you're at with your food intuition and listening to your body. And let's encourage each other as we go through this path. And until next time, folks, I will see you in another video.